If you're job hunting, hiding from your work, or trying to work but are furloughed indefinitely by the powers that seem to be, and you need something to binge watch to chase the blues away, check out these 6 TV shows. Binge watching TV can be a great way to take your mind off the more gnawing things in life. The job market has been a cause célèbre of late, whether because people are having difficulty finding them, finding satisfaction in them, or, for those furloughed, actually doing them. There are only so many LinkedIn posts you can look at before you want to scratch your eyes out, so binge watch these shows instead, and take a break for a second. Pushing Daisies, 2007 to 2009. Ned, Lee Pace, suspiciously eyeing a strawberry in Pushing Daisies. If you are bored, frustrated at work, or furloughed and staring at the ceiling, then you need something to watch that will take you away to a fantasy world but still feel grounded enough that at least parts of it could be in your own future. Enter Pushing Daisies, a strange comedy crime caper. The series stars Lee Pace as Ned, a pie maker with the ability to resurrect dead people by laying his hands on them. However, if he ever touches said person again, they will remain dead for good. When a PI discovers Ned's talent, the two pair up to solve cold case murders together. It's a beautifully shot and colored show that will make you feel like you're being dropped into a storybook. Pushing Daisies has eccentric characters, smart crimes, and delightful turns of phrase and other details that fill up the screen. It's a fairytale for adults and just the thing to binge right now. Adventure Time, 2010 to 2018. Flame Princess asks for Finn's help in Adventure Time. Adventure Time is an animated series set in the fantastical land of O and follows Jake the dog and Finn the human, two best friends who travel around the land, defeating bad guys, saving princesses, making lunch, and completing all manner of strange and unusual tasks. It sounds like a show made for children, and on its face, with its colorful animation and generally low stakes, that's the point. However, that style belies a sharp eye for humor and character and a story that slowly unfolds into something epic. Adventure Time may not sound like your cup of tea, but give it a try. Each episode is only about 12 minutes long, making it an easily bingeable series. You could finish a season or two in an entire afternoon if you put your mind to it. Adventure Time is filled with funny characters, inventive plots, and surprisingly thoughtful themes that will transport you away while you watch. Enlightened, 2011 to 2013. Amy, Laura Dern, looking shocked at work in Enlightened. Enlightened is the show Mike White made before White Lotus earned him worldwide recognition, but if people had been paying attention to this underrated HBO series when it premiered, he probably would have gotten his flowers earlier. The series stars Laura Dern as Amy Jellicoe, a woman returning to work from sabbatical. Well, sabbatical is putting it lightly. In reality, a nervous breakdown at work 2 months earlier sent her to a treatment facility, where she learned coping mechanisms to deal with some new stresses at the office. Demoted and disregarded, Amy comes across a legacy of corruption and decides to turn whistleblower in recognition of her self-actualization. It's a story that may seem entirely plausible to those currently furloughed, and Amy's breakdown and frustrations with those at work will be relatable to anyone who has wanted to pull out their hair while dealing with an HR manager hellbent on providing you with as little information as possible. Parks and Recreation, 2009 to 2015. Leslie Knope, Amy Poehler, doing finger guns and smiling in the office in Parks and Rec. If you've ever been frustrated by the slow wheels of your job or have felt underappreciated while trying to help people who seem unwilling to accept your help, check out Parks and Recreation, a series that makes bureaucratic government work look like a blast, even when you're just trying to fill in a pit. The series even has a furlough episode. Parks and Recreation is set in the nowhere town of Pawnee, Indiana, where Leslie Knope, Amy Poehler, serves as the deputy director of the Parks and Recreation Department. Disillusionment with her co-workers and disdain from her town don't scare her. It's an easily bingeable series with characters who develop and grow across the 7 seasons, with Leslie eventually becoming president. Parks and Recreation is basically a fantasy with how it depicts working at a boring job, but it also gives a look into how to make the most of wherever you are. Community, 2009 to 2015. Abed, Danny Pudi, and Jeff, Joel McHale, wearing cowboy outfits in Community. If you're truly bored with your job, or perhaps worried that furlough may turn permanent, perhaps you've considered going back to school. Then you quickly realize that college has only grown more expensive since you attended. There is one avenue you can still take that's more affordable: community college. To get a sense of what that may look like, check out Dan Harmon's Community, a wickedly smart, laugh-out-loud, heartwarming series about a disparate group of people who meet daily at their community college to study Spanish, only to quickly become lifelong friends who do everything together.